Hi there, I'm Chris at DJKIT in Newbury, and I have with me the brand new Novation Audiohub 2x4 audio interface. Now, if you're a performing musician or DJ, the Audiohub 2x4 is the perfect audio interface for you in many ways because, well, firstly, we have a super loud output on here. We have 2 inputs and 4 outputs on the back. But also, if we look at the front panel, this is a really neat feature that we've got, the USB hub. So Audiohub 2x4 is the perfect solution for the gigging electronic musician and DJ because we give you a really great sounding audio interface. But again, if you're an electronic performer, you're generally going to be working with a laptop which may only have 2 or 3 USB sockets. We allow you to plug all your controllers and devices directly into the audio hub and pass that through to your computer via the USB connection on the back. So this is really an all-in-one solution for that performer, DJ type of musician. So let's just have a look at what we have. I mean, on the back here, we have a power supply. Power supply is included, and if you're going to use it as a hub, you will need to have it powered. However, if you want to use it just simply as an audio interface, it will bus power directly from the USB 2 connection that we have there. We have balanced outputs on the back, TRS balanced, but alongside that we also have our RCA based outputs. So again, if you're going to DJ and use a traditional analog DJ mixer, you can easily plug this into 2 channels on that mixer and mix in the usual way. Again, on the back here we've got a Kensington lock, so this just is there for you to keep your interface nice, safe and secure. If I spin the unit round to the front, well, here we have our USB sockets. As I said, if you want to use the USB hub section of Audiohub 2x4, you will need the power supply. Alongside the USB sockets here, we've also got our input section. Now we have a line input here based on RCA, so this is perfect for connecting things like synths, you know, a CDJ, iPad, iPhone, essentially anything that you have that puts out a line level input. If you need to boost that signal, we have a gain switch here as well to switch between low gain and high gain for this particular input. And another feature that we have is the input monitor switch here. Now, for example, if I plug my, well, I'll do this later on, I have my base station here. If I plug my base station into the front here, I want to switch the input monitor on, and this will co-join that input signal to the output from my software. And in the instance I'll be demonstrating, that'll be with Ableton. So the input monitor just allows that line signal to pass through to the main outputs. Finally, on the front panel we have here our headphone socket, and we have with the headphone socket the ability to switch between listening to outputs 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. Again, if I'm working on a DJ software, for example something like Tractor or Virtual DJ, within that software I can set up a cue output, my headphone mix, to come out of a separate set of outputs. If I set in Tractor, for example, my headphone output to be outputs 3 and 4, when I push this button in, I know that this will give me my cue output directly to the headphones. On the top of the audio hub, we have 2 dedicated volume controls, one for outputs 1 and 2, the other for outputs 3 and 4. And we also have a unique dedicated control for the headphone output as well. Now, one thing about the Audiohub 2x4 is that it's designed to be super loud. The reason for this is that we want your music to be heard properly in the club. Now, at Novation, we've partnered up with Focusrite, the renowned makers of audio interfaces, to develop this interface. And we really believe that we have got one of the loudest interfaces available out there. So the main outputs will be super loud, but also the headphone socket is super loud as well. So obviously it's quite important to just be aware of that and obviously maintain the volume via the dedicated control appropriately. You'll see we've got some LED indicators as well, and this just shows us what state the Audiohub 2x4 is in. So for example, if we're going to use it as an audio hub, as a USB hub, This will light up, showing us that we can actively use it as a hub, and when I plug a USB connection into the front here, these will light up to tell me what is connected. That's really useful because at a glance you can see what's connected, what USB sockets are in use, and so on. If I've got a signal coming in, I also have a little LED indicator to show me the level of that signal as well. So let's plug Audiohub 2x4 in and just give you an idea of the sorts of setups that we can use. So here we have the nice lime green USB cable that we supply with Audiohub to match its nice rubberized bottom. And one thing that's really interesting about this connection is that it's a really robust USB connection. This is not going to just fall out by mistake. In fact, don't try this at home, but you can, you know, hold the Audiohub like this. It's that sort of solid. Now the idea there is obviously one of the last things that you want to happen when you're performing is for the USB socket to fall out of the back. So this really solid, rugged USB connection makes sure that can't happen. So let's plug this in, and if I just plug into the Mac on the side here, you'll see now that the audio section of Audiohub is active and I can use this as an audio interface. But I have a number of fantastic pieces of equipment here that I also want to plug in and control my live set with. So in this instance I'm going to use the power supply, and now you'll see that the hub activity light is turned on, and now as I plug in the different USB devices onto the front panel here, you can see them registering on the top as well to show me that I'm connected. So I've got my controllers plugged in. They're all now powered via the USB hub, and I'll just get some audio into the base station as well, in from the base station I should say. So I'm going to go into the RCA sockets here on the front. Have the gain switch, in this instance I've put that onto high, but now we should have, so we're getting all that lovely sound out of the base station running through the audio hub. And again, now if I just set up my preferences to get a Launchpad set up on here, and we'll get the Launch Control XL is all plugged in as well. So here we have a complete setup with Audiohub providing my audio and also powering my USB devices. Base station is powering the base station as well, and then feeding the audio directly back in. So it's a complete solution there, and I'm ready to go. Now, another really nice thing about Audiohub is the fact that, yes, it will work with your PC or your Mac computer, but if you have a camera connection kit, you can also use Audiohub as an audio interface for your iPad and also as a USB hub for your iPad. And again, this is really neat. If we plug into the side here, having to use a sort of a double adapter here. It's not really what I would advise for this sort of connection. You can buy this straightforward camera connection kit, but this is the one I have with me today. If I open up the Launchpad now, and that's had a moment to just load up. He says, there we are, we have Launchpad, and now of course we can just get the output here. So there we have the audio hub acting as the audio interface for the Launchpad, and once again my USB devices are all connected directly to the iPad as well. So that is the brand new Novation Audiohub 2x4, the latest audio interface from Novation. It's a fantastic looking thing, lovely black brushed aluminium, but also designed to be nice and portable, super loud, and take away all of the USB connection issues that you might have. So if you'd like to learn any more about Novation Audiohub 2x4 or any of the other wonderful pieces of equipment we've got on display here, pop along to DJKIT.com where you'll be able to find some more information.